What are you looking at? Alright, let me tell you. What you're looking at here is an insurance policy, insulation if you will, from the future increase on prices for ammunition. Insulation against shortages. I've began shooting at an indoor range, and they allow me to sweep this up on the floor, as long as it is behind the firing line. Now what is not behind the firing line, they sweep up themselves and sell it for $2 a pound. Mixed brass, that is. Now the most popular calibers out there that people usually own is 9mm and .223. That's basically what I shoot most of the time. So I would say 85% of what you see there is such. The rest of those calibers are valuable as well in times of shortage or high prices, as we've seen, lately, the past couple of years, especially after Sandy Hook. And I think for preppers, this is a good way to go. Get you a nice Lee auto turret press and some dies, get into it. Everything you need for about $500. Brass is a big component. If you've got your own brass, you can load 9mm for about 10 to 13 cents a round and .223 for about 25 to 30 cents a round. Do the math. That's a big savings over the cost of right now. Imagine a couple years in the future. Now see, right now ammunition is just expensive. Years to come, who knows what that's going to be like. You imagine paying $1 a round for 9mm, $2 a round for .223. I'm not going to do it. This is what I'm going to do. So for $2 a pound, it's not too bad. For every pound that I buy, I probably sweep up 2 or 3. So my brass on average is costing me about 50 to 75 cents a pound. I looked today on Brownells, and a box of 115 grain projectiles is going for about $17.50. A box of 1,000 primers going for about $30 or so. Then you add the primer, and that's how I come up with, you add the powder, and that's how I come up with the prices that I quoted. Preppers, I believe this is the way to go. Now, continue to buy your factory ammo already assembled. I've got several thousand rounds of every caliber that I own, which is about 4 different calibers. I try to keep everything pretty standardized. But to have the ability to produce tens of thousands of rounds if you need it, you can't beat that. The only thing you can't produce is 22 long rifle. As far as I know, you can't reload that stuff. The way the primers are made and all. Other than that, I think this is something to look into. Think about it, folks.